We got your back like a butt crack. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Jedi Academy. As always, it is Jedi Master Tuck sitting in for the head geek Ben, and with me is Padawan Frito. Sir, how are we doing tonight?
We are doing great. When
All
this
right.
comes out, it will be my anniversary.
Anniversary. It's your
1 year
anniversary.
with my lucky missus, the Mrs.
Nice.
Frito.
Absolutely. Very nice. Well, guys, we are here to talk about Visions Season 2. We're going to talk about it, talk about
Yes.
each episode, and Padawan Frito has some things to say apparently about it. So we're going to
Yeah.
let's hop right into the first episode, sir. What do we
Well,
have?
guys, the first episode is Sith, and the description says a former Sith living a peaceful life is confronted with her past when her former master finds her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think this was probably their best way to start off the season.
I would agree.
They really, the whole season is just the fact that Disney now owns Star Wars franchise and Disney flexing their muscles on their animation skills. They took a really nice, I don't want to call it a jab, but they just basically took a nice little take on the animation style from uh, the Spider-Verse, into the
Yeah,
Spider-Verse
yeah, I can see that.
movies. And I think they did a home run with it. And the storyline for this one was really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what about you? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I really like the start for the season with this
Mhm.
episode. I love the animation. I love the way the lightsabers look when they were fighting.
Yes.
Um, yeah, there was so much good in this episode. I would say there was a
And then I think
lot of great things.
um, just the actual kind of the use of the paint with her use of the force
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
was really nice. Like
Mm-hmm.
kind of additive to show every force wielder can have their own spin on it, and I thought that that was really nice.
Yeah.
Um, and on top of that, it was just overall the story of her master, her old Sith master, finding her while she's trying to live a life of peace. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was a really nice, like, overall, just a nice mini arc.
Yeah. No, it was a really strong start to the season. But again, they did that in season one. The very first episode, the samurai episode, is
Yeah,
easily my favorite episode in that season. It's
yeah,
so
I,
well
I, I would
done.
agree.
I love the black and white with the only the lightsaber blades being color and
Yep.
just the little details in that story and in that episode is great. So yeah, again, another
So,
strong start for season two.
real quick, if you
Yeah.
were going to rate that, what would you
Hmm.
give the first one?
The first episode,
Yeah.
um, it'd be pretty high. Yeah, I'd say probably 4.5 out of 5.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah, out of 5.
I completely would agree. I'm almost even teetering on a 5 just because I think they did a lot of aspects better than in the Spider-Verse movies, and it was a direct, grab from their world. So I think it was a really nice way to start it.
Yeah, that was
So
great.
now we have the second one, and it is
Yes,
called Screecher's Reach. And I
yes.
really enjoyed this animation style. Reminded me kind of like a mix of Cartoon Network
Mm-hmm.
shows. One of
Mm-hmm.
them being A Life of Gumball. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've seen it.
Um,
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of that mixed with a bit of even like dullness from Ed, Ed and Eddie, almost. You know
Sure,
what I
sure.
mean? Kind of.
Yep.
But it was a really nice thing, and the description for this is, or the bigger description for this is, a girl seeking relief from her days in a rural workshop discovers a legendary haunted cave with her friends. The cave dark call will change the trajectory of her life forever.
Yeah.
Um, I thought this episode was amazing. The
Um.
twist that it took at the end, I
Mhm.
didn't see coming.
Right.
I truly did not see that coming. And the fact that she just succumbed to the dark side was so riveting because you're just like, this isn't going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was such a great way to show how powerful the dark side still is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
we always know the Jedi, in our eyes, the Jedi win, but like, that was a nice way to show, like, listen, not always does the light win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the way they did the witch or whatever you want to call her in the
Yes.
background, like when it's dark in that cave, and it's really cool looking. Again, animation is amazing. I mean, I can't say really anything bad about the animation. I love the animation styles. Um, I don't know. I didn't really understand the story as much, but I get what they were doing. I mean, I get where they were going with it, but I just I don't know.
You
It
know
was
what I
okay. It
think,
was okay.
what I honestly think it was is, I think it was maybe her, the Sith that was speaking to her. I
Mm-hmm.
think it might have been her master that she trapped in there.
I forgot about it or something. Yeah.
Not even forgot about it, but like, that was who she chose. Like, that's how she chose her apprentice, is like, you have to go kill my master. Like, in a way, you know what I mean? Like,
I
trying to
see.
lure these people
Yeah.
in to try and be like, because it's the rules of, like, in my eyes, I thought of it as the rule of two.
Yeah, because she had the chance at the end to walk away and she didn't. So
No,
yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. Again, it wasn't the strongest episode, but it wasn't a weak episode. It was really good. It was good.
no, yeah, I really, like I said, I truly do like this one, just for the simple fact that it was that the Sith winning,
Mm-hmm.
and we
This
just don't.
season really felt like the Sith season. Like it really felt, and I know there were some good
Uh,
side ones, but
there
it
was,
really,
see, I feel like the first season had a lot more to do with a lot darker characters, and you were just like, this one, I feel like I don't know. Some of them were a bit more lighter. I mean, they were more serious, but they always ended up lighter. I feel like
yeah,
this was the one that really stuck out to me. That was just like, what the fuck?
right. No, I
And like,
gotcha.
we'll get on later on in some more of the episodes, but one of the other episodes made me
Mhm.
feel like it was going to end on a, oh my god, what the fuck? And then it didn't. So, but overall, I think I would give this one probably like a 3.94, almost, like, literally, 4. I'm just gonna say it, 4. I'd give it a 4.
So I would give it a 3.5. It would be
Okay,
about it'd be about a 3.5 for me.
I get it. So now this next one is also yeah, I have a problem choosing which ones I didn't like. Well, no, I don't. Um, this one, the third one, was In the Stars, and it is two sisters who are the last of their kind fight for survival when Imperial forces discover them.
Mm-hmm.
So now it starts off and it follows the two sisters, and there's some kind of magic to this world where
Right.
the one little girl is kind of drawing on the this rock with a special kind of paint. And she tells the whole story of what had happened to her mother and how she was trying to fight the resistance. And obviously, you would imagine she was a Jedi because she was apparently a strong force wielder from what we see in those drawings, and telling them to treat this guy. But I think the one thing I truly love was it was the Empire, or the Imperials, were hoarding their water supply for the rest of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Were using it, and it was like they basically just dehydrated the whole world just to use their water.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a nice little like just the survival aspect of it alone, where they have to like go in to steal water that should just be free and like just flowing. But I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was nice, and the whole sister coming to save her, all that shit, and them at the end. I think it was a really powerful moment when they actually break down those water towers.
Yep.
And basically save the planet. I thought it was a really nice one.
No, this one was sweet because the sister angle was great. and like you said, them saving the whole planet and everything. So, and the Empire side of it, we get to see a little more of the Empire and how they really are on these outer rim planets where people really can't see what's going on, so they don't really know.
It was a lot more of like just how they actually like took all of the resources from a planet for themselves.
Yeah.
And just wiped out an entire race almost.
Yeah. And that's what they're known for in the Outer Rim, because in the Outer Rim, the people like closest to Coruscant and stuff like that can't see any of that stuff.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't normally see, like, obviously them destroying the planets with the Death Stars and all that shit, but like we don't see that a lot of the, you know, cultivating a planet's resources aspect of what they've done.
Yeah, because they mostly go after like big resources like Kyber and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So something so mundane as water,
right?
To like actually just take an entire planet's resource of it and, you know, keep it under lock and key. It was really wild to see.
Yeah, just how ruthless they can be. Yeah, for sure. And really devastate an entire planet's population.
Yeah, and the obviously the ending where obviously the whole clouds clear up and the whole rock gets all illuminated again. I really thought it was it was almost like, I want to say the animation was almost like ragdoll-ish.
Yeah, you know, I would say that. I know what you
know
mean.
what I mean? Kind of like they looked like they were little, not claymation, but like kind of cloth material.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
I like that. So I think I would give this one probably a 3.7. It was a great episode in my opinion, but there were a lot of ones that had a little more to it to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty high for me. I would say, I would probably say 3.75, somewhere in that range. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this next one is, I liked it.
Okay.
It was the I Am Your Mother. And it's the young pilot Ani is forced to participate with her caring but nagging mother, of whom she is ashamed in a reckless Flight Academy family competition where their relationship is tested by their old ship. I just thought this was really a wholesome one. This was a really nice like family episode because like a lot of these episodes have a lot more darker tones, and at the end of the day, it is still like an animated. You want some of these to be, you know, digestible for a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think this was a really nice one. And I love anytime they're doing some kind of pod racing or racing type deal. And I thought it was really a cute competition back and forth on how it even started with she wasn't going to be in it. Her mom comes, you forgot your lunch. Like, it was just a nice little dynamic between the family.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. It was a nice little episode. Not one of the strongest episodes overall, but again, a nice, sweet little episode with the family dynamic and the mother and daughter. And, you know, I like when stories do tell these littler stories in Star Wars of just random people that we don't have to know or that aren't important to the bigger, Skywalker saga. These are just regular people living their lives. I really like when they do stuff like that. So.
And that's the thing too, is like, I think that's why I love the Visions shows so much, is because it is just these kind of like glimpses into, you know, the everyday, well, I wouldn't say everyday life, but well, that one, yes. But like still, like it's a glimpse of all these little things that are potentially happening all across this vast galaxy. Because especially we've only gotten such a small portion of this galaxy.
Yeah.
So I think it's really nice to, you know, explore. And I feel like, especially with the animation, they have freedom to do whatever they want.
Man, yeah. Again, and the animation is so great in this one too.
Yeah, this one was more of a claymation one. Like,
yes, definitely.
This one was definitely claymation. I'm curious to see if they actually did make it in claymation, because if they did, that's really impressive.
It could be. It's pretty good either way, man.
Yeah, either way, of course, it's really great. But if they did it in actual claymation, that's awesome, and like really kudos to them, because I feel like
Oh, for
claymation
sure.
is some of the hardest type of animation to ever do because it's literally just like you. All right, they're going in this. You have to move them from here to
Mm-hmm.
like. It's just so wild to see them
Oh,
act
yeah.
like come together. It's so crazy. But I think this one is a 3.5 for me. Again, like I said,
Yeah,
I
I think that's
it's not
fair.
the
No, I think I'm
strongest
right there.
one, but it's still overall a great episode.
Yeah. No, I would probably agree with that. 3.5. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So
I think that's
now
fair.
5. This one was amazing. I absolutely love this one. This one's called The
Okay.
Journey to the Dark Head. An optimistic mechanic and a delusional young
Mm,
Jedi join forces on an unlikely and risky mission to turn the tide of a galactic warfare, but dark forces follow them on their quest. I think it had this episode set up an amazing story from start to finish, and it was quick but digestible. Um, the fact that his what's it called, Jedi, not Jedi, Sith master, or not Sith master, his Jedi master was killed by the Sith Lord, and he tried
yeah.
to basically said, "I'm going to come back for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back for you. I'll give it some time, let you
And
develop
they
a bit
just
more."
randomly meet on that weird. I don't know. It was. Yeah, the story was a little janky for me. I don't know, but
I think it was more. To be honest, I think he was tracking him from the beginning.
I just don't
I,
understand why they even had to take the head off the dark one in the first place. I don't really understand
the
that part
what?
of it. Taking the head off of the statue, I don't really understand what the point of that was in the first place.
No, I
And
mean, I think there was. I mean, obviously, there was something to it. It was the reason they were going there. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't remember if they mentioned it or
I mean, they
whatnot.
were the girl was getting some kind of visions on rocks, and then it was actually the vision of her that she created. And again, I get what they were trying to do, but I feel like they just kind of made a story around cool action scenes because the lightsaber battle is freaking awesome.
And the Sith Lord using his that like metal tail,
Yeah,
almost, like that was so amazing.
yeah, no, that was really really cool. Um, yeah, I just feel like the story fell a little short for me, but the animation again is just so amazing,
Yeah, I
man.
really like the story on this one because, like I said,
That's yeah,
you guys they meet in the beginning, and yes, you don't understand why, but it's kind of the driving factor of why they end up meeting, and then they end up like staying together and like being like, all right, let's go on some more missions, you and me.
oh yeah, no, and I get that. I just again, the only thing I don't really understand at all, I understand like the reason why like the Sith is after him. Like I get that part. I just don't understand the head thing. That was the only thing that I was just like, if it was so important, why I don't know why didn't it? There was no real
Well, because I
explanation.
mean, and it was probably just like the connection to the Force, like driving her there, or it could have
Okay.
even been the Sith Lord manipulating her.
Mm, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not the first time we've seen a Sith Lord
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
manipulate someone like that to bring them to a certain area.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that wouldn't be out of the question. Yeah. No, definitely not. Okay. Yeah.
So I feel like
Yeah.
there's definitely ways to not make it make sense, but I feel like they understood that um, there was enough like resources for something like that to be plausible.
Mm-hmm.
So that I guess it was just in the time frame that they had. If they were to go any deeper with it, it might have just been because I think that was also one
Sure.
of the longer episodes. I think it was the 19-minute one.
It might have.
If
Yeah.
I'm
It might
not
have been.
mistaken. So I feel like that one they might have been cut on. Yeah, that was 21 minutes. So they were probably cut on time with trying
Mm-hmm.
to keep it within a certain amount time frame.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
Now,
because if
I
you
would
notice
still
a
give
lot of them,
honestly, I would still give this episode overall a 4 for the action and stuff.
yeah. No, I
I
think to be
really
honest,
would.
this is like a 4.3, even a 4.5 for me.
Okay.
I truly the it reminded me so much of the god damn it. The character from Naruto with the metal tail. Or not the metal tail.
I
Oh
see.
my
I don't
god.
know Naruto.
He was part of the Katsuki.
Mm.
I am consulting.
His name was Bob.
Yeah, he could He looked like he had when he was hunched over. He was like, oh, all right, forget
He
it.
was with
Tail
Sasori,
guy.
the red-headed puppet guy.
Yes.
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yes. Okay.
Tail guy.
Yes. Sasori. Okay, continue. Yeah. That one would be a 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I think 4. 4 for me is good.
For sure. Now,
Yep.
now we're getting into probably my favorite episode.
Uh-oh. Okay. Let's
This
see how I
one,
can tell you how it's not that great.
The Spy Dancer.
This is an interesting one.
The prima ballerina of a well-known cabaret frequented by Imperials uses her unique skills to do espionage on behalf of the rebellion, but the presence of a mysterious officer threatens to compromise their mission.
Yep.
This episode, from start to finish, was visually, I loved it. It was colorful. It was bright. The Cirque du Soleil kind of aspect to a Star Wars universe, I loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I just what she was actually doing and the stunts and acrobatics that she was performing were honestly beautifully done.
Oh yeah.
And the storyline of this one, I mean, come on. It was absolutely gut-wrenching. She thinks that this officer is the dude who stole her son away from her, and she's like, "All right, I'm taking care of this now. Everyone go. Everyone out." And then she finds out that it is actually, in fact, the son that was taken away from her.
Yes.
And she puts that tracking device on him, and he doesn't. You see the moment when she actually starts running away, and he's staring at her, and it was just such a moment of like, holy shit, who am I? And then it cuts to him in the ship later on, and he's just staring at his reflection in the glass, and I just thought this whole storyline was absolutely amazing. I loved it, and the acrobatics when she was fighting and defending herself with these kind of like almost Assassin Creed like blades coming out. Oh, so fucking cool.
Yeah. This was my second favorite episode. I really love this episode a lot.
Yeah.
Like a whole lot. Like you said, the whole she's worked as a spy and the dancing thing and planning all the trackers on them and the sun angle with it. She thinking it's the guy that stole the sun and it was actually the son. The fight they have on top of the glass is freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
The AT-ATs coming in and blasting that place to the freaking ground was amazing. Yeah, again, start to finish, I agree with you, man. This is probably the best story they had.
Yeah,
in the whole season.
I think it was like solid beyond all belief.
The only thing I really hate in this episode, and I will be honest, I hate it, is the way the stormtroopers look.
See, I really
hated it
because that was the animation style, but I also you could also tell the difference between the troopers.
I forgot to set a timer, but I heard the timer go off.
I don't know if that's I don't know how long it's been.
Other than that, though, I loved it. I really did. I think the animation was actually really great overall. I just didn't like the way the stormtroopers look.
And I can understand it. It was a bit
other than that, though, I have no issues with this.
They did look a bit bubbly, and I understand that. But I truly did like this.
Yeah, and again, that's just literally. I'm saying I hated it, but it's a small thing. Like it literally is a very small thing.
I think this is a solid 5 for me.
This one is I would say. It's not 5, but it's a 4.75 for me. It's definitely up there.
All right. So now we have, I think this next one is my second favorite.
Okay.
And it's the Bandits of Golak. A young boy and his Force-sensitive younger sister flee their village by train. They are pursued by ruthless Imperial forces, so they seek refugees in a bustling, dangerous marketplace. I love the Indian culture to this. I love the colorfulness of all of the
Excuse
The
me.
town, even, it was a dingy town, but it was still so full of light and life and colors. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the little train scene even was really nice
Mm-hmm.
when they were
Mm-hmm.
on the train escaping from this refugee.
Indiana Jones-esque.
Yes, very.
Mhm.
And it was just so, the sister was so innocent in the way she perceived
Yeah.
the Force and
Mhm.
the way she perceived, the world. And I think it was a nice little, kind of come to moment, especially towards the end when she actually leaves her brother and goes with this badass Jedi. Ha! And also, I will say, this Inquisitor that we see in this episode
Mhm.
might be my favorite Inquisitor we've ever seen.
Mhm.
Like, and we only saw him for a few minutes.
Mhm.
He was menacing. He was a different race than we've ever seen really before. And it was just so, I don't know, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this episode was pretty amazing for me. I
Is
really,
this one your
really,
favorite?
huh?
Was this one your favorite?
No, the first one was still my favorite.
Oh, okay. The first one was your
Yeah,
favorite.
the
Okay.
first one was still my favorite. But
All right.
this one I think is number 3 though. I think it is. It's really good. Story was solid, the animation solid, everything was solid all the way through in this episode. I really love the old lady Jedi at the end.
God, she was so badass.
Yeah, I like the way the little girl is so innocent and playful, like you said, and the brother being a brother,
And
taking all the lollipop things and running. And
those slow motion scenes.
dude, that's what I actually wanted to talk about. Those are insane to do in animation.
It was so well done.
Holy
Like it. Oh my God! And the way that they would come in and out of it
Oh,
was so
dude,
beautiful.
that
Like where
was
they
some
were.
of my favorite stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that those slow motion scenes, especially when they're fighting, and like you see
Mhm.
her like stop him midair and then push him back. Like it
Mhm.
reminded me of like the Force Unleashed cutscenes.
Yes, exactly. No, 100%, dude.
And
That was
I
some of
mean,
the
it
best
was
animation I've ever
mwah.
seen. Yeah.
It
No,
was
this was
so
a
well done.
beautiful episode. It really was, like you said.
Again, it's just Disney flexing their animation skills and how they are some of the best animators out there.
Or they
Like,
at least know how to find animators, because
yes.
these were all like random studios they picked to do these. But yeah,
Yeah.
they know how to pick animators. They definitely know how to pick animators for sure. This
'Cause
looked like a Pixar or like a DreamWorks or like it has that animation style, that very crisp animation
I would
style.
say it was like DreamWorks-esque for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. Right. It was very high end in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it was great. Really
I
great.
think this is a 4.7 for me easily.
Yeah. It's tough, man. I think I might have to change my first one to 5. The first episode's a 5. This one's going to be a 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really, that first episode is my favorite episode. It really is.
No, for sure. The
So,
like I said earlier, it was just the way that they showed her using the paint as a manipulation of her force powers was so beautiful.
yeah, no, it was really great. Really
So
great.
now this next one
Yep.
is the 8th episode, and it is The Pit. A brave young prisoner forced by the Empire to dig the earth to extract kyber crystals, plans a risky escape for himself and his people when the Imperials abandon the workers in the mine.
Yeah.
Again, I think this was an amazing. The storyline of this one truly got me. It was really a dark storyline. And this was the episode where I thought it was going to end a lot darker, and it didn't. But it starts off where they're digging and mining for kyber crystals, and all's fine and not fine and dandy, but they're digging away and getting it done, and they're getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and finally they finish, and the restraints get broken off. but then the Imperials leave.
They just
get
leave them, man. They just straight leave. They don't even try. Like, that's
Yeah,
so-
like nothing. It was just like, all right, you guys are free, but peace. Figure
Yeah.
out a way out.
Mm-hmm.
And you see people start trying to climb out, and it's risky and it's hard. This was the episode that reminded me kind of a new age Cowboy Bebop animation.
I can see that. I can see it.
It was like a better, this day and age version of Cowboy Bebop animation
Mhm,
of that old school anime. And when he finally gets out, you're just like, okay, cool. This is going to be pretty awesome. Like this was a great scene, and he's going to get to the city and hopefully get some help. He gets up there, and the Imperials stop him from making his speech, and he gets a few people riled up. But then when they drag him back and just dump his body, toss him down that entire pit and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they flat out killed him in this shit.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a wild move for Disney. Like, obviously, like, it's one thing when we see it happen in these lightsaber battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's still violence and stuff like that. But to just throw a man down a pit.
That's a long pit, man. That's a long way down.
In front of his family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his little sister and his mother were down there.
Yeah.
And it was just so wild to see that they actually did that. And I was just like, I think I was more shocked than anything.
Oh, definitely shocked when that happened. Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
No, not at all. And then when the people of this town come to actually, help, they finally push through, and you see the Imperials have a realization moment like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go. Like, this is about to start getting bad. We'll come back with reinforcements probably, but we gotta go.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come back and bomb the shit out of that place.
Oh, of course.
Come back and destroy.
I was like, that's what the Imperials do. They'll come back with a Star Destroyer and just absolutely just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when that scene, when you see the torches all around the top, and they're at the bottom and looking up, and then when you see them all go away, I was just like, no.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I had to tap the fucking screen because I was just like, how much time is left?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are they really about to end this where these people just saw these people trapped?
Just left them. Just left them.
They're not about to do this. And just to see them actually come back and save them, that was a really nice moment because I was definitely just sitting at the edge of my seat like, this ain't gonna. No, they're not gonna do that. It was a great, like, hard-hitting episode, I think.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. This was I love this story. I freaking love this episode.
I'm gonna kill you.
I really do. It was my fourth favorite episode overall.
Guys, I'm gonna have you know that this man debated me this entire time. This man debated me.
I love it. It was so
told
funny.
me he did not like it. Told me he did not like it.
It was so funny. No, I really like this story though, honestly. Obviously, yes, I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. I love the story in it. I think showing the Empire in that light is exactly what they need to do because the Empire is ruthless, man. The Empire is based on the Nazis. It's based on Hitler and not really Hitler, but the Nazis. So they're supposed to be like this. So that kind of stuff I really love. The dude climbing up the freaking wall is insane. And getting out of there.
And to see the kind of, like, I don't know what they were, but they almost were like gophers helping him.
Yeah, the little lizard weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they were. Yeah, but yeah, they were cool. Helping him out. I noticed those things. Him getting to the city, man, that city was weird. Like, how weird was that? Like,
yeah, I
in
will
the middle
say
of
that.
a huge desert, like weird, like shiny ass city. That was kind of weird. But yeah, dude, when they backed up from the cliff and after they looked down there and saw all those people, I was like, wait, are you serious? These fucking
Yeah.
people are just gonna walk away? Oh, I was so mad for a second. And when
Dude.
they threw him down in there and killed him, I'm just like, there is no way, man. Like, this is crazy. So yeah, this was a really, really chilling episode because this really showed the Empire and its ruthlessness, in my opinion, and just how crazy they really were.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane, and I truly just didn't expect them to do that.
No, definitely not. This one, 4.25.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that one.
I'll say that overall, 4.25. I like
So, this next one
it.
is the last one of the episode,
Hated
and I wish they would have ended it stronger. But it's called Ua's Song. Ua's Song. I think that was how they would want it.
Ow.
An alien child eager to sing is brought up by a loving but strict father who forces her to keep silent because of the disastrous effect of her voice has on her crystals in some minds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the story was good, but my biggest issue is this one was this one was really like children oriented, and I couldn't get past that like Raggedy Ann kind of animation that they did.
This would have been so much better in a better animation. I agree.
Yeah. Because I think that was it was just I couldn't get past this animation style.
The
And
weird
normally
blockiness and like teddy bear-esque look of them
it was like
did
Care
not-
Bear stare.
Yeah, it was
Like,
so
it was
weird, man.
And it was almost like yarn material. Like, it was just so weird.
It was.
This one I couldn't get behind, and I kind of wish they would have.
Because I actually like the fact that her voice, and she's somewhat force sensitive, and that it brings out her voice. The kyber crystals like speak to her. I really actually like that part of it.
Sorry, I was listening to something. But yeah, no, I truly did love it. It was a great like story, but like the animation, I couldn't get past it.
Yeah.
And normally I don't care about animation styles and stuff like that, and I'm all for the different ones, but this one was really hard to get past.
Yeah, this is the only one I would say the animation was actually bad, or at least I didn't like it. I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that it was bad.
Say it was bad. Exactly.
Right.
This one was definitely more geared towards children.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, this one just definitely didn't hit me on the animation side, which really took away from the story that I actually did enjoy a little bit. I did enjoy this story, so
I'm still gonna give this one a 3.
I'm right there with you. 3.
But it's just because it's not horrible. I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but it was just for me, and I think for an older audience, probably it wasn't. The animation style couldn't grab me like the other ones did.
Yeah. No, because I love that end scene, man, with when she does sing and turns all the card. I really loved it, but it just the animation was just like, come on, like just do this in a better animation. Like, could you imagine if that looked like the first episode, like you said, when they were separating the colors and stuff?
Yeah.
If they did that with like blue and red and like had them going back and forth and like her turning it in, or like red and white even, like if they would have had like a bright, like, oh my God, it would have been so freaking cool looking, man.
It definitely would have been a lot better. Like I said, I think this one's a 3, and I truly do wish they would have put this one maybe more towards the middle. And
I think you just switched the last 2.
Yeah, you switch the last 2. It's definitely great.
I think it ends a lot better.
I mean, I kind of get it because 8 was a really like we said, it's not dark, but it was a really impactful episode, and I think they wanted to end it on a lighter note.
Yeah.
But I think, to be honest, I think the one that I would advocate to end it on would have been the Bandits of Golok. I think that would have been a really nice one to end it on.
Yeah. No.
And again, you don't have to watch these in any order, and it's not like you're supposed to watch them in any order. But I would, just because people are just gonna, hit that first one and watch through the whole thing. I think, that the Bandits episode would have been a nice one to wrap up, their big flex on animation.
Sure. Sure. No, I get 100%, man.
Overall, this season is amazing.
I think overall I would give this season an 8. I think I would give it
Yes.
an 8. I think it's really
I'm
good.
even
I don't think it's
advocating for
great.
an 8.5
Okay.
for me, just
Yeah.
because I think it was better than the first season. And there was a lot more depth to the stories they gave us in these ones.
I would agree with that. I think it's better than the first season. I definitely think the stories are deeper and they're definitely better. Even the ones I didn't really get where they were going with some of the stuff, and maybe that's just because I'm trying to tie it into Star Wars lore. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out how it fits in Star Wars lore. So maybe that's what's hanging me up on some of them, but um, it's a solid season, man. It's a really, really solid season overall.
Yeah,
I think.
I can't complain about it
I
whatsoever.
really hope they keep this going for a few more seasons. I really do. I'd like to see a few more seasons out of this.
I think they will for sure.
Yeah.
It's been a hit from what everyone's saying. They love it. I think this will definitely be a nice little continuation that they
I'd
keep.
love to see if they could actually get the Cowboy Bebop people to do, or like
What I really want them to
that
do
would
is
be
eventually maybe continue one or two of these storylines. Like I've said it in the first
Yeah.
one, I would love for them to maybe, do maybe one more season and like tie in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think that sounds cool. Yeah, if they did that, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to see that kind of stuff happen for sure. At least some of the more popular ones, see that people really like. Keep them going, or spin them off. Maybe they're trying to see who people really like, and they're like, oh, we're going to take a few of these and turn these into shows. I mean, hey, why
I
not?
can't complain about anything in this season besides that last episode, and it was just again, I think we're just not the target audience for that one.
For that one, yeah.
But this season was solid as shit. I loved it. I'm gonna rewatch it again probably tomorrow.
I'll probably rewatch a few of these episodes for sure. Yeah, because I've watched that first episode from the first season probably 6, 7 times easily.
That Spy Dancer one, I'm definitely rewatching.
Yeah, gotcha. No, that's a good one, man. It's a really good one. No, I like to have a little bit of fun with you before the show started, but I really did enjoy it.
You really had me. I'm telling you guys, he completely fooled me and was just like, all right, you got to convince me that these are good episodes because I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not just into anime. And
I don't think I'm as into it as you are, but I did enjoy them all. I really did enjoy it overall.
No, yeah, I truly am just all about this because I do enjoy anime and the different, art styles that comes with it. But it was nice.
I will say I really think this show is a good thing for Star Wars. I think branching out like this and touching different types of audiences, especially like you said, that Indian style one, that's really smart. Really smart that they're
really
branching out. And yeah, so that stuff I love, and I hope they continue to do that. So
I couldn't agree more, my friend.
But not everything has to be for everybody. So as long as they're hitting the people they need to hit and targeting the people they need to hit, then I have no issue with it. I want to see anything new Star Wars, so I'll watch it at least once.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I'll watch it at least once. But guys, let us know what you think down below in the comments section. Tell us how you felt about this season overall, or how you felt about each episode. Hit that like and subscribe button. We are still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our shows, our reactions, or Titans of the Turf live Monday night.
Coming. Titans
seriously
Bowl is here.
It's the championship and it's happening. It's going down.
Oh,
we have 2 teams that are ready to go. So guys, don't miss out on anything that we have going on here. Padawan Frito, let them know where they can find you, man.
Man, you can find me here on Gaming in the Multiverse, Jedi Academy, Geekdom Uncut, trailer reactions, just about anything we do down here. I try and get on. They can't get rid of me. I'm like a wart.
I've tried.
And you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Padawan Frito.
He doesn't know where he's at.
No, I don't know where I'm at half the time.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. On Instagram, same place. On, I don't know, everywhere. Facebook. You can find me in the Facebook groups, guys, Multiverse Geekdom and the Benverse. Also look for the Twitter and Instagram pages for the channel. They are in there, and Titans of the Turf. But till next time, guys, may the force be with you. No? Nanu. Love it.
Gang, 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 gang.
Amen.